I just realized that my microphone was muted. Let's try this again. Hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by other historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Xander, and today I'm joined by...
Golden Loon.
Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're dressed nice.
I am.
Wow, you're matching. Look at you. Where did this come from? I haven't seen this before.
I've only had it for about 20 years.
But you've never worn it.
I don't wear it often.
Clearly. So, anyway, you audience...
Stop the show.
Yeah, you look snazzy, man.
Wow.
Wow. Anyway, you audience member, of course, are you. Today is Saturn's Day, aka Saturday. April 8th. Is it April?
8th, yes.
Okay. For some reason,
April.
my brain was stuck. I have a weird brain. In January, I thought it was July. February was fine. Last month was fine, but now my brain's back in March. I don't know what's going on.
You gotta know April real well, because the first day is yours. You're a fool.
Oh, that is true. Anyway, let's get into the history day, shall we? I did not have the time yesterday, unfortunately, to do what I've been doing the past couple of days. So let's just do it the old style here. Let's start us off in the year 217. We have Roman Emperor Caracalla was assassinated and succeeded by his Praetorian Guard prefect Marcus Opilius Macrinius. So essentially killed by his own security. The Praetorian Guard are notorious for being very corrupt, accepting bribes. They've overthrown over a handful of emperors, and they're
Sounds
not
like
good.
the FBI.
They're worse somehow. Anyway, let's move on up here. At 1139, Roger II of Sicily was excommunicated. All right. We have an election of interest in 1455. Alfonso de Bordiga was elected as Pope Callistus III. All right. 1500, the Battle of Novara. King Louis XII of France defeated Duke Ludovico Sforza of Milan.
We're a great species. We've been battling forever throughout history.
Oh, you want to know the pinnacle of our species?
Go.
The very first thing that we made that went into space was a weapon of death. What a great, path to have, in our wake.
What is a weapon of death?
A weapon of war, the German V-2 rocket during World War II.
Okay.
When they were sending that to the UK.
Yeah.
That's the very first man-made object that breached into space through the upper atmosphere, was a weapon of war. If that doesn't show, our interstellar neighbors what we truly are about, I don't know what does. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, 1781, premiere of Mozart's Violin Sonata K379. Okay. In 1783, Catherine II of Russia annexed the Crimea. All right, this is the same person who got rid of the beard tax. You weren't here yesterday.
No.
The beard tax, instituted by Tsar Peter the Great, I believe, the first one. He implemented a tax on all men with facial hair, with beards.
Oh yeah.
In Russia, so if you grew a beard, you get taxed. Now, Sohan made a really good point yesterday, because the picture of whatever his name was, I forgot, Tsar Peter the Great or whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't have a beard.
Oh.
So he thinks that he couldn't grow a beard, so he was taxing all the other men who had enough testosterone to be a real man. So. Anyway, 1796, Carl Friedrich Gauss, German mathematician, proved the quadratic reciprocatory law, the ability to determine the solvability of any quadratic equation in molecular arithmetic.
Sounds awesome. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
it's way above my head.
Yeah, me too, but let's see here. In number theory, the law of quadratic reciprocity is a theorem about modular arithmetic that gives conditions for the solvability of quadratic equations. All right. I'm going to add this link in the underbar description below for anyone who is interested in that subject matter to read on their own time.
Where's Perry when you need him?
I know, right? Let's not dox people, though. Let's call him our engineer.
There you go.
1808, Roman Catholic Diocese of Baltimore, promoted to an archdiocese by Pope Pius VII, with the founding of the dioceses of New York, Philadelphia, Boston, and Bardstown, which is now Louisville.
Oh.
So, 1820, the famous ancient Greek statue Venus de Milo was discovered on the Aegean island of Milos. And that's a very famous sculpture right there.
It's Venus de Milo.
Milo, sorry.
Yeah.
We got an invention. Why can't I talk today? An event of interest in 1886. William Edward Gladstone introduced the first Irish Home Rule Bill to the British House of Commons. All right, so the Irish Home Rule, because Ireland is at least Northern Ireland, I believe, is occupied by the British. So this is the first law that they made on their own soil for themselves.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like Irish Home Rule Bill.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Moving on up to 1908, H. Asquith succeeded Henry Campbell Bannerman as British Prime Minister. Okay. 1929, Indian independence movement at the Delhi Central Assembly. Bhagat Singh and Bhusaweshwar Dutt threw handouts and bombs to court arrest. What?
I don't know.
Well, this guy's a British independence, an Indian independence fighter. So I guess they were throwing explosives.
I don't know.
Handouts and bombs.
Yeah, those two words just don't go together.
I know. I'm confused. Anyway, I present that as a challenge to our audience. What does that mean? Please tell us in the
He wears a hat well, though.
Comments section. Yeah, he does. He is a rather handsome guy. So, 1931, Dmitry Shostakovich's ballet *The Arrow* premiered.
There we go. This guy again.
And then we got some U.S. Masters golf here. 1935, the second Augusta National Invitation Tournament, Masters Golf. Gene Sarazen won Monday playoff with Craig Wood by 5 strokes. And I just realized, because we're not, I didn't do the research writing yesterday, we're going to be reporting on your favorite sport, inevitably.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, the Masters is going on right now.
I'm talking about cricket.
I know.
Oh.
I know you are, but I'm going back to the article. Ignoring the cricket comment.
Chirp, chirp.
Yeah.
1935, Bela Bartok's Fifth String Quartet premiered in Washington, D.C. All right. Speaking of music, 1938, Walter Pearson's First Symphony in E premiered in Boston by the Boston Symphony, conducted by the composer. All right. 1941, in his 4th title defense in 9 weeks, Joe Louis defeated Tony Musto by technical knockout in the 9th round at the arena in St. Louis, Missouri, to retain NYSAC, the New York Sporting Athletics Club or something, I don't know, heavyweight boxing crown. I know it's New York something. So, New York State Athletic Commission, maybe?
Yeah.
Like New York State Association Counties. Hold on a second.
New York State right.
Boxing. Let's see here. New York State Athletic Commission. I was right. There we go. All right.
Now go back 1938.
1938.
No, back down.
1939.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry, I can't see.
King Zog I of Albania fled after Italy invaded. Ooh. Yeah, that's right. Italy. There's a lot of proxy war fighting at the beginning of World War II in Africa.
Yeah.
Because of Italy's, what are they called? Colonies. Like, they literally took Zimbabwe right before the outbreak of the Second World War.
No, really?
So, yeah.
So it sounds like they did the same with Albania.
Well, I think they already had Albania.
Well, they invaded.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, after Italy invaded. Well, where is Albania? Let me check. Albania. You know what? I'll just do this. Albania, because I can spell it. So... there we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. So they were invading Greece as well. Well, they invaded Albania, and then Italy tried to invade Greece, and then Greece pushed them back, and then Germany came in to help them, as they did. And Italy was not ready for the Second World War. They were grossly under-equipped for every aspect of it. They were not ready to go in there. Anyway, let's move on up to 1942. Arnold Schoenberg and Tudor's ballet Pillar of Fire premiered in New York City. What was it, about California? 1943, U.S. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, in an attempt to check inflation, froze wages and prices, prohibited workers from changing jobs unless the war effort would be aided thereby, and barred rate increases to common carriers and public utilities.
Wow,
you just stretch everything for war, yeah. Well, right now, you were talking to me about, a week or so ago how... China, Russia, and Saudi Arabia are working on building their own, petrodollar.
Yeah.
And it's going to be backed by gold. I think they're going to win. So, because
we're
not backed by gold.
No.
So
I know that's a long ways to go. But that's
things
war,
haven't.
No war. That's That sounds like a real overstretch.
Well, he was a Democrat. You know how those people are.
Oh no, he is horrible. He's just social. More than a Democrat, he's a socialist.
Yep.
All the way.
Yep. 1953, Jomo Kenyatta, convicted of involvement with the Mau Mau rebellion and sentenced to 7 years jail in Kenya. And he was the father of Kenya. So he got imprisoned in his own country, huh? Well, that's not good. We got some Academy Awards here. 35th Academy Awards, to be specific, in 1963. Lawrence of Arabia, Anne Brancott and Gregory Peck won. And Lawrence of Arabia is a movie I gotta see still. It's in the movies thing.
I don't know if I've ever seen it or not. I'm real familiar with the name, but you know.
Well, of course, major historical figure.
Yeah, I just don't know if I saw the movie.
I am not. I know that. 1963, Detroit Tigers claimed young pitcher Denny McLain on waivers from the Chicago White Sox. McLain went on to win the Cy Young Award in 1968 and 1969, and the American League MVP in 1968 as well.
You wonder how talented Denny McLain, I mean, he was a Cy Young Award winner right there, it says, how he ever got on waivers. How did they let him go?
What does waivers mean? Like,
well, you go when they don't want you anymore.
Oh.
Then you go on waivers. That means other teams can come in and pick you up.
Well, he was put on waivers, and then he later received those awards. So that was
later on.
That was a bad move.
Yeah.
So.
They didn't have the vision.
No. Neither does Scarlet Witch anymore. You won't get it because anyway, 1964, unmanned Gemini 1 launched. Gemini 1, yeah. Like that's significant. I don't remember exactly why. Let's look it up. Gemini 1 was the first mission in NASA's Gemini program, an uncrewed test flight of the Gemini spacecraft. Its main objectives were to test the structural integrity of the new spacecraft and modified Titan II launch vehicle. All right.
What year was that again?
That was in 1964. All right, let's add that into the underbar description. All right. We also have 1966, U.S. or American Football League votes in 36-year-old Al Davis as commissioner after Joe Foss resigned. The appointment lasted 3 months when AFL merged with the NFL.
Yeah.
Wow. I
didn't know he was part of that whole mix.
Yeah, just for 3 months, though.
Yeah. He ended up owning the Oakland Raiders.
Huh. All right. The same Raiders that went to Vegas now? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where the LA Raiders, back to Oakland, back to LA, back to Oakland, now to Vegas.
Well, there's a prostitute joke in there, but I'm not going to make it. 1968, gangsters Henry Hill and Jimmy Burke commit the Air France robbery, stealing $420,000 from the cargo terminal at New York City's JFK International Airport. Woo! Mobster and an FBI informant, so he got caught and got switched. So, I wonder if he got concrete shoes. No, he died of a heart attack. All right. Moving on up, we got some more sports history. 1974, Hammerin' Hank Aaron hit 715th home run off of LA Dodger Al Downing, breaking Babe Ruth's record in Atlanta.
Yeah.
All right.
That was a biggie.
While that was happening, Paul McCartney and Wings released single "Band on the Run" in the U.S.
Oh.
All right. We also have 1975 47th Academy Awards, The Godfather Part 2, Ellen Burstyn and Art Carey won. And I have not yet seen The Godfather 1 or 2. So,
you ever seen The Honeymooners with Art Carney and Jackie Gleason? Actually, Jackie Gleason and Art Carney.
I have not.
Kind of a sitcom.
Yeah, I've heard about them, The Honeymooners. That was like a really long-lasting TV show, right?
Yeah, it had some legs. I don't know how long, but famous line was "To the moon, Alice." That was.
Oh yeah, to the moon.
That was Jackie Gleason's
using space travel as a metaphor for beating his wife, as they said in Futurama. Let's see, Honeymooners. No, hold on a second. How long was Honeymooners on air? 39 episodes. Oh, it was, running for one season. 1955 through 56, so it wasn't a lasting long. Sounds like.
I think it was part of the Jackie Gleason show. I'm not sure if it was actually. Well, 39 episodes. Okay, that's probably one season.
Yeah.
And maybe he was on the Jackie Gleason show, and then they made it a series.
Maybe. Like how a lot of things stemmed out from SNL and all that stuff. Yeah. I think National Lampoon was like a byproduct of SNL too. Because the star What's his name? Help me.
Yeah, I lost it too. Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on up. 1975, we already did that one. 1975 as well. Frank Robinson debuted as first black U.S. baseball manager. Cleveland Indians beat New York Yankees 5-3. All right. 1977, Israeli Premier Yitzhak Rabin resigned. Okay. 1983, in front of a live audience of 20 tourists, David Copperfield made the Statue of Liberty disappear. I remember that.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't around, but
Yeah.
I remember like there was a video about it, how he made it disappear somehow, and like I don't remember how he did it, but it's funny. Only 20 people. So
Yeah.
you think something like that would draw in 20,000?
Maybe you only allow 20 people.
I tell you what, though, nobody made the Statue of Liberty disappear faster than our own government. So, at least the essence of what it is.
The liberty part.
Yeah. It's a funny thing, though, because the Statue of Liberty, the actual model, is based off of, I think, the Greek goddess of, like prostitution or something. Like, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Never heard that.
Hidden knowledge about the Statue of Liberty not being the beacon that we view it as. It's actually something else that people don't know. Anyway, 1984, Nabisco Dina Shore Women's Golf, Mission Hills Country Club. Julie Inkster won the first of her 7 major titles in a sudden death playoff with Pat Bradley with a par on the first extra hole. Okay. 1986, Clint Eastwood was elected mayor of Carmel, California, made his day. So he was a mayor.
Apparently so.
Clint Eastwood.
Carmel, beautiful, beautiful country up there.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on up to 1990, Twin Peaks, created by David Lynch and starring Kyle MacLachlan, premiered on ABC TV. Alright, I've heard of Twin Peaks. 1991, jockey Bill Schumacher was paralyzed in a car accident. That sucks.
Ooh.
That sucks.
Yeah. He was a great jockey.
Yeah. 1991, Michael Landon announced he has inoperable cancer of the pancreas. That sucks.
Yeah.
Huh. 1991, Oakland A's Stadium became the first outdoor arena in the U.S. to ban smoking.
Huh.
Okay.
Thanks, Al Davis.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still around then. Probably.
Oh, by the way, speaking of politicians who absolutely suck, yesterday was a...
We were talking about politicians that absolutely suck.
Yeah, well, you said thank you, Al Davis. So, like, wasn't he a politician who banned smoking, or?
Well, they did. He was the owner of the Oakland A's at one time, so he's a private citizen.
Okay. Well.
Go ahead. Anyway.
Yesterday was Jerry Brown's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Junior or senior?
The governor of California.
Yeah, they're both governor.
The
father or the son?
Well, he was twice. He was governor twice. The last stint, I think it might have been senior. Like, isn't he the guy who said during the pesticide spraying all over the place?
No, that was King Med. That was his son.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's crazy.
Anyway, 1994, Darryl Strawberry entered Betty Ford Clinic.
Yeah.
Drug stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He had him.
That's
couldn't
unfortunate.
get rid of it. Superstars, plenty of talent. Drug got him.
Yeah, that seems to be the story with a lot of people.
I hope he's through it and done. He has a good life.
Well, is he even still alive? Yeah, he is.
No, I would think so. He's
Yeah.
not that old.
62. Well, I mean,
He's up there. He's up there, yeah.
Well, it's not about age. Like, he could have succumbed.
Yeah.
Anyway, 1995, Oliver McCall defeated Larry Holmes in 12 for heavyweight boxing title.
Who did?
Oliver McCall.
Never heard of.
And here we go. Larry Holmes is the one who lost. So why is his picture here? Why is he linkable? I want to know more about Oliver McCall.
You ask this all the time. They put Larry Holmes up there because that's the attention getter. You recognize him. If you're anything in boxing in history, you recognize McCall. You just passed by it. So they're trying to get that hook out there. That's the hook.
I understand that, but how can Oliver McCall become a hook if he doesn't get? He defeated Larry Holmes. Give him some credit.
Give him some props, is what you're saying.
I mean, okay, Larry Holmes got up there.
I won't argue with you. I'm just saying what they're doing.
I know what they're doing.
The hook.
I know what they're doing, but they're suppressing poor old McCall here.
He'll never be recognized. I have no idea what he looks like, see?
You know what? Let's figure that out right now. Oliver McCall. Let's see. Oliver McCall, boxer. That's what he looks like.
There you go.
See?
Now we know him.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a little bit like the Price is Right. No, the Family Feud guy with the mustache.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Moving on up, we got some more sports history. In 2003, 22nd NCAA Women's Basketball Championship, Connecticut defeated Tennessee 73-68. UConn guard Diana Taurasi was named Most Outstanding Player. Okay.
The men's basketball team just won the NCAA championship last Monday.
Nice. What team?
Connecticut, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
It was the men's, though.
Oh, okay. 2004, U.S. National Security Advisor Condoleezza Rice testified before the 9/11 Commission. I remember Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's one of my faves.
Ah.
I think she's teaching up at Stanford or something now.
Somebody should make, she should get into the food industry. Condoleezza's Rice. You know?
God. You want a hook, see? That's a hook.
You just call Condoleezza Rice a hooker?
No.
2011, Hear Music Awards released So Beautiful or So What, the 12th studio album by U.S. singer-songwriter Paul Simon. 2012, German writer Günter Grass was labeled person non grata by Israeli Internal Affairs Minister El Yashini due to his poem What Must Be Said. Okay. 2012, Pope Benedict the 16th called for an end to the Syrian bloodshed in Papal Easter message. All right. 2014, Mike Babcock won his 414th career game as head coach of the Detroit Red Wings, becoming the winningest coach in Red Wings history, passing Jack Adams. And yeah, I this is not the first time I've come across this word, winningest.
Winningest.
That sounds like something a 2-year-old would make up, but it's an actual word. Winningest, having achieved the most success in competition. Winningest. I mean, it sounds like like some stupid, grade school made up word, like Fraturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
2018 Hungarian parliamentary election won by right-wing Fidesz KDNP alliance with Viktor Orban remaining prime minister. All right. We got some WrestleMania 2018. WrestleMania 34. Mercedes-Benz Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Ronda Rousey made WWE debut, teaming with Kurt Angle to beat Triple H and Stephanie McMahon in a mixed tag team match. This Sunday, 47:35 for the seat, but you only need the edge. I don't know. 2019, protests in Sudan against the government of Omar al-Bashir continued with 7 killed and 2,500 arrested in Khartoum.
Jeez.
Dang. And it looks like she's flipping them off, or she's just like this. Like,
I'm not quite sure. I can't see
this picture. Let me bigger this here for you. Yeah, she's pointing. I thought she was just like flipping them off. Anyway, what else do we have? 2020, Bernie Sanders dropped out of the Democratic race for U.S. president. Yeah, because Hillary Clinton annihilated him, but
no. 20 was
yeah,
Biden.
Biden, sorry.
I think he cut a deal with Biden.
Yeah.
Kind of runs Biden now, I think.
2021, Dr. Fauci thanked U.S. health workers for their sacrifice during the pandemic, acknowledging their more than 3,600 deaths that you caused, you fascist. 2021, U.S. President Joe Brandon said gun violence in this country is an epidemic as he unveils package of executive actions including restrictions on ghost guns. No, if you want to stop crime, arm the citizens, But no, he's trying to make this country into a police state. Then 2022, just last year, U.S. Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences bans Will Smith from attending the Oscars for 10 years after he slapped host Chris Rock on stage during the 2022 ceremony. Good. I mean, he's a Scientologist anyway, so you're not losing anything. So
I thought for sure that was a setup, but apparently I was wrong.
I don't know. Everything's a setup. All of this is planned for one reason or another. I don't know why. I just don't give a flying F about Will Smith because he's a Scientologist. That's why he wasn't in the new Independence Day movie, because it goes against his religious beliefs about Zion and evil Lord Ganush from the Hanu galaxy or whatever. I don't know, which is all true. Look into his Scientology; they believe in some crazy stuff. But then also 2022, first all private space flight, Axiom 1 launched to the International Space Station. Wow, look at that.
last year.
Yep. Anyway, before we move on to the person test, audience, were there any articles that grabbed you more than most? Anything you wish, anything you would have liked to say had you been here? I think I'm having a stroke. Start dialogue in the comments section. Moving on up to birth, starting us off in 563. Gautama Buddha's birthday, the founder of Buddhism, is commonly celebrated on this day or May. All right.
Or May? Pick one, please.
Yeah, I know, right? We have Juan Ponce de Leon, 1460, a Spanish explorer and conquistador who searched for the fountain of youth and the first European to discover Florida, born in San Gervasio de Campos, Castile, Spain. We spoke about him discovering Florida just a week ago,
really?
Give or take. Yeah. Philip IV, 1605, King of Spain and Portugal from 1621 till his death in 1665, born in Royal Palace of Valladolid, Spain. Look at him, like with a little mustache.
Yeah.
So, looks like somebody you just like mush his head in like Play-Doh.
Poor guy.
Jim Barnes, well, he's dead. I don't care. 1886, English golfer, PGA Championship 1916 through 19 and 19. U.S. Open 1921, British Open 1925, and World Golf Hall of Fame. Born in Lelands, Cornwall, England. Look at that hat.
Yeah, golf hat.
Mary Pickford, 1892,
Oh,
Canadian actress, Poor Little Rich Girl, Studs and Secrets, born in Toronto, Ontario. Oh, yeah.
You know who lives in her house now?
Fidel Castro Jr.? I don't know.
Donald Trump.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
Down in Florida.
Toronto, Ontario. Oh, her house in Florida. Okay.
Yeah, where she
Okay, well, that's interesting. Well, Melvin Calvin, something's wrong here. Somebody didn't input the dates. Born on this date in 1911. Here we go. U.S. biochemist, Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 1961 for discovery of chemical pathways of photosynthesis.
Oh.
Born in St. Paul, Minnesota. That's important.
Yeah.
Sonja Henie, 1912, Norwegian figure skater, Olympic gold 1928, 32, and 36, as well as an actress, My Lucky Star, born in Oslo, Norway. Betty Ford.
There we go.
1918.
Betty Ford Clinic.
First Lady of the
A lot
U.S.
of people.
Yep. 1974 through 77, and founder of the Betty Ford Center Clinic, as you said.
Oh, yeah.
Born in Chicago, Illinois. All right. She has some Texas hair going on.
Yeah.
You know? We also have Jacques Brel, 1929, Belgian singer, songwriter, actor, director, and composer, Le Far West, and Pain in the Ass, born in Cherbourg, Brussels.
Does it say pain in the ass?
Well, it insinuates it. A pain in the A, thing. Like, so.
Yeah.
What A word is 3 letters long? Art, ant, a pain in the ant? Like, anyway, Kofi Annan, 1938, a Ghanaian diplomat and 7th Secretary General of the United States from 1997 through 2006, born in Kumasi, Gold Coast. All right. John Havlicek, 1940, U.S. College Basketball Hall of Fame small forward, 8-time NBA championship Boston Celtics, 13-time NBA All-Star, 4-time All-NBA first team, born in Martins Ferry, Ohio.
Now, I got to correct you because he's one of my faves, even though he played for the hated Celtics. It's John Havlicek.
John Havlicek. I think you've corrected me on him before.
Just got to get it right with him.
John Havlicek. Yeah. So he has a check. I hope it doesn't bounce. Unless it's a Czechoslovakian rubber ball, then that bounces just fine. I don't know. Indian Vivienne Westwood, 1941, English fashion designer Vivienne Westwood, born in Thin Whistle, England. All right.
Thin Whistle.
Thin Whistle. She puts too much makeup around her eyes. It looks like it's all raw. Look at all that. Like she's rubbing her eyes constantly. It's all red. Anyway, Stevie Howe, 1947, English progressive rock guitarist. Yes, roundabout, Asia, heart of the moment. Born in London, England. We've heard about Steve Howe.
I'm trying to think of where, though.
Let's see here.
I thought I knew more of that era musicians. Maybe not.
Well, he's a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the band.
He was in the band?
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve Howe joined the band Yes in 1970. So have you ever heard of the band Yes?
He wasn't in the band.
No.
He was in Yes.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. The band is another thing. That's right.
Yeah.
Also,
you know how the band got its name?
On originality?
No. They played for, now I can't think of his name. Bob Dylan. He was their backup band, and he'd say, "Hey, can you bring the band over?" He's always telling, "Hey, get the band together. We got to play. We got to practice, whatever." So they just picked up the band.
Yep.
He kind of coined it.
We have been joined by Father Pump. Welcome to the show, good sir.
Hello. Hello. I just got out of the gym.
Ah, your picture kind of corresponds with that. Tree legs.
Indeed.
Anyway, we're going to move on up to 1948. We got Robert Allen Litchfield, a U.S. bank robber who was on the FBI Most Wanted list in the 80s. All right. Still alive. So.
Yeah.
Who else?
Hey, easy now.
What?
I'm still alive.
Well, you weren't on the FBI Most Wanted list.
No, true.
You know, that's usually like a thing that ends
Unless you're going by date.
No. You're not a felon. Usually that ends in death. In a shootout. Of course you're still alive. You're a law-abiding citizen. You're a good boy. We got Robin Wright, 1966, a U.S. actress. Princess Bride, House of Cards, born in Dallas, Texas. Did she play the princess in Princess Bride? I assume so. So Robin Wright. Apparently she's in Wonder Woman too. Princess Bride. Yeah, she did. She played the princess.
Yeah.
Okay, well, of course. That's a good movie, by the way. Anybody who hasn't seen it, go see it. After this show, of course. 1968, Patricia Arquette, a U.S. actress. Boyhood, True Romance, born in New York City, New York. We also have Taylor Kitsch, 1981, a Canadian actor and model. Friday Night Lights, born in Kelowna, British Columbia. And, moving on up into deaths, starting us off in 217, we have Caracalla, spoke about him earlier today. Roman Emperor from 198 to 217, murdered at the age of 29.
Good Lord.
Dang. Well, that's better than several other emperors. I remember one emperor being born at being murdered at like 17 or something, 19. Yeah.
He's a pretty weird dude.
Lorenzo de' Medici, 1492, Italian lord of Florence, 1469 through 92, statesman and patron of the arts during the Florentine Renaissance, died at 43. We all know about Medici. So. We also have Elisha Otis, 1861, a U.S. founder of the Otis Elevator Company and inventor of a safety device that prevented elevators from falling if the hoisting cable failed, died of diphtheria at the age of 50. I was watching a video just yesterday about the Otis elevator, actually. Diphtheria is a serious infection caused by strains of a bacteria called Corynebacterium diphtheriae that make toxin. It can lead to difficulty breathing, heart rhythm problems, and even death. CDC recommends vaccines for infants, children, teens, and adults to prevent. Of course, they recommend a vaccine. They want to pump your body full of as much crap that they can. Don't. Frank Winfield Woolworth, 1919, a U.S. businessman, retail pioneer, five and dime self-service display cases, and founder of the FW Woolworth Company, dies at 66. So, self-service display cases. That sounds like vending machines.
Yeah.
But I know what they're talking about. Like, if you go into like a cafe or whatever, they have like the cake on the rotisserie, or like all of the sandwiches, the pre-made stuff.
Yeah.
You just like open and grab.
Take it and put it on your plate.
Yeah. So it sounds like he made it. Anyway, Richard Sears, 1943, U.S. tennis player, U.S. National Championship of 1881 through 87, dies at the age of 81. Why does he look like a well-dressed referee convict?
That's some styling right there.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, if prisons made you wear ties, they'd make you wear that one. Seriously, he looks like a convict. What the hell? We also have Sherwin Badger, 1972, a U.S. figure skater, U.S. Singles Championship 1920 through 24, Olympic silver pairs with Beatrix Lurgren in 1932, died at the age of 70. Pablo Picasso, 1973, Spanish painter, The Three Dancers, and Guernica, to name a few, and sculptor who co-founded the Cubist movement, died at the age of 91.
Cubism, yep.
Yeah. Pablo Picasso, you think of that, you think he's like a Renaissance painter. No,
yeah,
he was just like
pretty current.
Recent,
well, died in 73.
Yeah, you were alive.
Yeah.
Back then. Omar Bradley, 1981, a U.S. World War II general, invasion of Normandy, and first chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff from 1949 through 53, died of cardiac arrhythmia at 88. Omar Bradley, one of the greatest generals.
Yeah.
You know, the Bradley IFV, Infantry Fighting Vehicle, is named after this guy.
Yeah.
And it took 50 years to develop. So there's a whole story about the development of the Bradley IFV.
Oh, really?
It's crazy. It was designed as a troop transporter. Then they put on a turret. They made it amphibious. They put a rocket launcher on it. They reduced the armor in order because they're trying to make it both an offensive and a troop carrier and a scout vehicle. They're putting too much roles on this one vehicle.
Yeah.
So, Marian Anderson, 1993, a U.S. contralto. What the hell is a contralto? And celebrated singer My Lord What a Morning died of congestive heart failure at 96. What is contralto?
Be the pitch.
The contralto or alto is the lowest female voice type. Okay, so there you go. We also have Claire Trevor in 2000, a U.S. actress. Marjorie Morningstar died of respiratory failure at 91. Yikes. Malcolm McLaren, 2010, British band manager, New York Dolls, Sex Pistols, Bow Wow Wow, and musician, died of cancer at 64. Margaret Thatcher,
There you go.
2013, British Prime Minister for the Conservative Party, 1979 through 90, died of a stroke at 87. We need another one of her, like right now, you know. And that shall be it for the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of Past Fence Daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific Time, which is 11 Mountain, 12 Central, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I am Mayo Xander.
Golden Loon.
Alright, and in the audience we have Father Pump. And you, of course, are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles! Where's my thing? There it is. Alright.